Good morning, this is Keloland on the go, with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Police are investigating a homicide that happened in a central Sioux Falls neighborhood. Police responded to a stabbing in the 500 block of South Duluth Avenue Saturday morning. Police say a 25-year-old Sioux Falls man died.
Officers taped off an area that included 3 homes and a trailer parked in a back lot. There were no arrests as of Sunday night. We expect to get an update on the investigation during this morning's police briefing, which we will carry live on Keloland.com beginning at 10:30.
This is the 14th homicide in Sioux Falls this year, which sets a new record for the city, surpassing 13 in 2020. We've mapped out all the previous homicides from this year in this story here on Keloland.com.
One person is dead and another is seriously injured following a crash near Alexandria. According to the Department of Public Safety, a truck was going west on I-90 and drifted into the median and then rolled into the ditch.
The crash happened Saturday morning, and officials say the driver died at the scene. The passenger was taken to a Sioux Falls hospital.
A man has been arrested in connection to a string of robberies in Windham, Minnesota. Eduardo Rodriguez was arrested on November 20th after he was found to be in possession of a stolen vehicle.
After obtaining a second warrant November 21st, more stolen possessions were found within Rodriguez's residence, as well as paperwork for a stolen vehicle that has not yet been located.
Rodriguez is being held on counts of second-degree burglary, motor vehicle theft, and firearm possession as a felon. Now let's get a check on our weather with meteorologist Scott Muntz. Scott?
All right, well, good morning, everybody. Looks like a cold start to the day. Temperatures single digits and teens. A couple of us are in the 20s. As we get into the afternoon, we'll have mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Highs in the 20s and 30s. We'll continue to follow that strong northwest wind in eastern and southeastern Keloland, coming in at least 15 to 25 miles per hour. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. A revamped Casa del Rey in Sioux Falls reopens today. The owners of Josiah's and the original Pancake House bought the restaurant after it closed in July.
Though Mexican food is a total shift from breakfast pancakes and coffee, one of the new owners says that they have an ace up their sleeve.
The good thing for people to know is Don Smith, the original owner, he's got wonderful recipes, and we did get all his recipes. So that was a big thing. Sure that we had his original recipes.
It's not just the menu that'll be familiar. As you can see, the new owners have taken steps to preserve much of the original decor and atmosphere while providing some key updates as well.
Shields in Sioux Falls is now accepting nominations for its annual Day of Giving. The Giving campaign got its start in 2020 with 12 nonprofits sharing $12,000.
This holiday season, Shields is handing out $50,000, with 10 organizations receiving $5,000 each.
We love giving back to our community. They give us so much, and so helping these nonprofits out monetarily is great, but the benefit because we get to learn about all of the nonprofits that we might not have known about.
You can have a say in who wins by voting for your favorite nonprofits. We provided a link under this story on Keloland.com. Nominations must be submitted by December 1st.
Keloland Media Group has been live streaming the annual Downtown Parade of Lights for more than a decade. But for the first time this year, the parade will also be broadcast on Kelo Extra.
Our coverage will kick off during Keloland News at 5 on Friday, when meteorologist Scott Munt and sports director Grant Sweeter will light the Keloland holodeck tower. They will then take their positions to host the parade coverage, which is set to start at 7:30 p.m. That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, I'll be here before you know it. And of course, watching the weather to see if it'll be cold again this year. It looks likely that it will be cold for the parade and anything else going on for the end of the week. We're looking at just a little preview of Thanksgiving. What's the weather there? Well, for the most part, not major systems at all. Looks like if we do get some light snow chances Wednesday, at this point, anything that's coming through looks to be pretty minor. But temperatures in the teens and 20s, below normal now, and 30s in the southwest. But it is the end of November, so we should expect that type of weather. Here's a look at Futurecast. The snow that we had last night, which did deliver just enough of a coating to create some slick spots on roads from Hot Springs to Pine Ridge and then diagonally up toward the northeast. We're dealing with a little bit of that this morning, so just a little extra time, a little extra caution on that. that note. But you can see we clear out today and fair skies here as we head through the overnight. But it is going to remain chilly. We're not going to get out of that. Tomorrow, we've got temperatures recovering back to a few 30s. There's the low in Colorado, and that spreads in some snow for that area west of Denver, some rain across portions of Kansas and Missouri, and then that'll all head to our south, and we're basically in just kind of a northwest flow. It stays colder than normal, and I will caution you that as we get past Thanksgiving and into early December, there is the chance we could really start to get some big-time cold, like the sub-zero weather that's lurking to our north. A lot of that will hinge on any snow that manages to come in here. Probably the most likely delivery method of that would be a clipper-type system. We're getting a couple little clues that might occur on Saturday. So just kind of keep watching the weather this week. We'll keep you updated on that. Those things typically don't produce a lot of snow, but you can get some, and then it doesn't take much, just an inch, and you can get a lot colder on the extended forecast. As of right now, here's where we're at on our numbers. We'll start with today. 31 Mitchell, 32 Chamberlain, lots of sun. And that sun is helpful there, too, in the southwest. 43 in Pine Ridge, melting away some of that early morning snow. We're going to stick with that 30% chance of a little snow on Wednesday. Again, these are things that are fairly minimal at this point. Temperature-wise, it starts to slip on Thanksgiving and on Friday. We're just trying to get to 20. And early next week, there's potential for even colder weather as we might stay in the teens. That's already our going trend in Aberdeen. Highs in the teens by day 6 and day 7. So we can't avoid the cold. And Pierre in central South Dakota also back into the 20s for highs starting Thanksgiving, Friday. And I think that's where the origins of this cold air will be, to the northwest. So that's going to bleed into the Black Hills too, and it may result in a little snow. Again, we're a bit early on the exact indicators on that on Saturday, but just keep updated on that. More details online at KELOLAND.com.